Former Vietnamese refugees marked 50 years since arriving at Loma Linda University. Hi, I'm Connie Vandeman Jeffrey, and this is All God's People. On May 2, 1975, Loma Linda University and Medical Center welcomed 410 Vietnamese refugees to its campus, the end of a long journey for a group of health workers who had been evacuated from Saigon Adventist Hospital, along with Adventist pastors and church leadership in South Vietnam. 50 years later, dozens of members from that group gathered at the Loma Linda Chinese church to recall the circumstances surrounding this pivotal moment in their lives and to say a public thank you to Loma Linda University Health and the community that welcomed them with open arms. Dr. Richard Hart, president of Loma Linda University Health, represented the university, medical center, and community during the May 3 ceremony, accepting a plaque from the group that recognized the ways the Loma Linda community did more than merely respond to a crisis, but embraced the 410 refugees with grace and kindness. Ralph Watts Jr., at the time the president of the Southeast Asia Union and chair of the Saigon Adventist Hospital Board, had been assigned the task of phasing out the operations of Saigon Adventist Hospital. Elder Watts began relentless efforts to arrange for the safe evacuation of the hospital's Vietnamese employees and worked tirelessly with United States military leaders to make sure that each person on his list was ultimately approved for evacuation. As the group boarded a series of military evacuation planes on April 24 and 25 in 1975, Watts had secured the safe evacuation of 410 hospital employees, church workers, and direct family members. The legacy of these 410 lives continues to tell a story of God's miraculous leading through moments of incredible difficulty. You can read the article and watch the entire service at the links in the description box. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, an annual observance founded by Mental Health America in 1949 to highlight the importance of mental well-being, educate the public, reduce stigma, and promote support for those affected by mental health conditions. Mental health journeys are unique, but the strength found within them is universal. In every story, there's strength is the theme this year, and it highlights the resilience and diverse experiences that shape mental health journeys within our community. Adventist Health has resources to help, not only during the month of May, but all year long. In any given year, about 1 in 5 adults in the United States experience mental illness. If you are experiencing challenges with your mental health, it can be overwhelming to know who to talk to and how to get help. But the first step is simple. Talk with your healthcare provider. Links to why your doctor cares about your mental health and why mental health matters, signs and treatments of depression from Adventist Health are in the description box, along with other helpful resources. Mental health is a topic I personally care deeply about. Having grown up with a brother who suffered from chronic paranoid schizophrenia, I know the fear and stigma of mental illness in the family. And I know there are far more resources now in 2025 than there were back in the early 1960s when our family was beginning the journey with my brother Ronnie. Please take time to study the resources in the description box and remember this year's theme, in every story, there's strength. That is so very true. In telling our stories, there is so much strength and power. We are not alone. Others are suffering from loneliness, depression, anxiety, and a host of other mental illnesses. I'm including a link to an article I wrote back in 2002 about my brother Ron and our family. I hope you find it helpful. Scripture reminds us in 1 Peter 5:7 to cast all your anxiety upon Him because He cares for you. This is a powerful reminder that God welcomes our worries and struggles. Prioritizing our mental health is not only wise, it's a faithful response to God's invitation to trust Him with every part of our lives. For All God's People, I'm Connie Jeffrey.